What's up guys, it's Nico here. I'm back with some more Apex Legends. Today I have a video of 9 things predators do that you don't do in Apex Legends and that you should start doing in every game you play, pub or ranked. Or, well, a little bit control as well. But first, how about a daily reminder to hit that subscribe button and like button. And before you go wandering off, I have a question. Which of these tips don't you use and why? Write in the comments below. Would you like to see more videos like this? Write it down in the comments below as well. And that wraps around everything. So I'll see you in the next 5 seconds. Number 1. Body swap. One of the most used tactics. Whilst in a fight you might have the best aim or the best positioning, but honestly, knowing where you can find armor could save your life. See, while fighting, you might meet someone who can strafe like crazy, and that can cause you to go into a stress mode. But don't panic. Just think about where the last time you saw that armor and pick it up. Because what it does is refresh the fight, and you can even catch the enemy completely off guard. If you have, let's just say, godlike aim, and after downing a squad or a player, body swapping is essential. If you were to loot and not die whilst looting, the first thing you want to focus on in looting after winning a fight is armor. Eventually, a third team or party most definitely likely heard the gunfight and are on their way to end you. But lucky, you have been given a good tip, so you're ready. Syringes. Number 2. Thirst for a body swap. The title says it all. Thirst for a body swap. It can be helpful and most likely beneficial. However, it can go really bad, especially if the enemy team is locked and loaded and after blood. If you're not careful enough, the enemy team can beam you down even before your mouse reaches the armor. So what to do? Just before you thirst the enemy, take a second to look around and assess if enemy team is on the move to hunt you down, or they're busy healing. If they're busy healing, make it quick. Thirst the knocked player. Body swap quickly and get back in the fight. Otherwise, if they're ready and looking for you, then you should consider staying back and healing. Here's a little bonus tip. Whilst healing behind cover, peek to see where the enemies are so you don't get cut off and you're still able to help your team with pings. Number 3. Juggle body armor. Juggle body armor is where you and your team find a place to make a stand after scanning multiple times for the endgame. You herd all the armor you can find, place them in the center, and when the time comes, you battle the oncoming enemies. This tactical is used efficiently when in the 3 to 2 last circles and enemies are coming towards you. With this tactical, or this tip, you won't spend time healing whilst your team is outnumbered. However, you might want to tell your teammates which armor you took so they don't assume there's a level 4 evil shield waiting for them and they find out it isn't there. Yikes. Number 4. Focus fire. As the title says, it's very simple and a great way to help you and your teammates decide where and who to strike, because once the enemy teammate is knocked, that causes the flight or fight mode to be activated. There's a good chance they back down and relocate and wait for the chance to grab their teammate's banner, or they fight and go all in and hope for the best. The trick to making this a success is communication and fast decision. If an enemy is flanking, shout it out, relocate. Direct your teammates where they should stand and close all exit and angles. And finally, end the enemy's life. Number 5. Ape the Isolated. Ape the Isolated is nearly the same thing as Focus Fire. Ape the Isolated is connected in terms of gaining up on the solo or flanker. Technically speaking, if you see an enemy rolling up, you shout out and assemble the team. Let them know, this guy's a solo at the moment, let's take him down. Closing exit and forcing him into a 1 versus 2 or 3 is what Ape the Isolated means. Remember, where there's numbers, there's strength. Number 6, using cover. You can use cover anywhere. You can use anything. Just duck behind anything. A rock, a box, your teammate. Whatever you do not duck behind a loot box. Apparently that does not count as cover. But implanting this tactic into your everyday game, trust me, at the end of probably what is known as 30 games, you will automatically start using cover without you realizing. That means that if you practice taking cover while in a fight, just take a second to look around and find anything or something you can use to take cover and peek. And if you practice doing that every single game you play and don't think about anything else besides learning and focusing on cover, I assure you, you will take cover without even thinking about it. Number 7, jiggle peeking. Jiggle peeking is a technique where you slide in, take a shot once with a shotgun, move back into cover, and repeat the process. You can do this with an SMG, with a pistol, or if you are very talented, assault rifle. However, it is better to use this tactical a bit further away than CIP if you're gonna use an assault rifle. Just remember that. If you're gonna use a shotgun, SMG, or pistol, then you really do wanna stay in the CIP. CIP is close in person. The requirements are these: find cover, take a different angle around this cover, take cover to heal and reload, and just trade damage with the enemy. You really do just want to try and confuse your enemy, get them lost, unaware of exactly which corner you're coming out. So this kind of creates a split second where you are in control and not the enemy. And finally, take him out. Number 8, strafing. Strafing is a necessary movement in Apex Legends. You are going to meet a lot of enemies in close range, and in order for you to survive 1 versus 1, or if you're unlucky 2 versus 1, you are going to have to master basic strafe movement. Strafe movements consist of using the key A and D. Making short but not too short strafes is what makes you a hard target in close range. Then there is long range, where you do long strafes plus some short ones, because this will throw the enemy off balance and miss their shots. There are advanced movements, but 90% of your battles are going to be using A and D a lot. So making short strafe is more rewarding in close range, and making long strafes plus short strafes is more rewarding in long distance shootouts. You never want to use long strafing in close range, as that makes your movements predictable and all it does is help the enemy shoot you down. Just before we leave this topic, here's a little bonus tip. Adding a little crouch into your strafe can spice things up and really throw your enemy off balance and makes you feel like a sweaty wraith. I'll be making a separate video where I show and teach about these advanced movements, but for now, let's try and stick to normal strafe movements. Number 9, force 1 versus 1. Forcing enemies into a 1 versus 1 is what really makes this game challenging, a test of skills and aim. But there is a reason why you want to force 1 versus 1. The second you win that battle, your team should be on their way to assist you and rain hell on the enemy team. You have the upper hand, remember that. 3 versus 2, use it. This is the reason why you always want to force 1 versus 1. You only take damage from one enemy rather than 2 or 3. And if you add surgical peeking, ape isolated, strafing, and using cover, you can become a lethal Apex Legend assassin. Those are all the tips I have for now. I hope you can use them. I do hope you try and add them into your daily gaming. And I hope this makes you a better Apex player and makes you want to keep playing the game and grinding. Remember, Apex Legends is a fast-paced shooting FPS game. A lot of things happen, a lot of decisions are needed to be made, but the most important information I can give you is remember to have fun while playing. Keep calm, relax, enjoy, and I reassure you, you are gonna have the time of your life playing this game.